Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So good to be back and filming. Today I'm going to be doing an updated everyday makeup routine. So it's gonna be a quick makeup routine. Clearly I can't speak today. Anyway, it's going to be an updated makeup routine. I'm barefaced right now, and this routine is going to be something that I just do on a daily basis when I'm going to shoot. Nothing crazy, but I'm gonna show you all of the new and updated products that I have been using lately. I am a subscriber to BoxyCharm, so they get me with all these products, and I'm always changing the products that I use because they have such good options. So whenever I get it in the mail, I'm like, let's go. So I'm gonna do that with you guys today, and I figured it'd be the perfect time because I have these crazy TikToks to film today, and I have to do like a pretty natural but normal look. So I'm gonna do that with you guys today, and then all of the products that I'm using in this video and that I'm recommending, I will link for you below so you can check them out. So I just pulled my hair back, and also wanted to disclose, don't mind the way that I sound right now. I'm getting over a cold and I literally am so congested. So I sound a little crazy. I had like a tiny cold this week, so don't have COVID, guys, don't worry. Okay, so first off, I have moisturized my face with some serums. I put on my eye cream and my sunscreen, something that I do on a daily basis. So first, I'm going to prime my skin. This is the Georgette Klinger Marula Primer. It's amazing, and I just started using it, and it really helps keep my makeup on all day. So I'm just gonna use about that much, so you can see. And I'm going to rub it all around the face. This is an experiment to see how red I get. I'm just kidding. And just rubbing it around the face and getting it into the skin. You wanna make sure that your primers are going on for, you know, a couple minutes before you apply the makeup. And then on top of that, I like to use my Morphe setting spray. This is the mini continuous setting mist. I like to spray it before and after I do my makeup. Not only is it refreshing and light, but I do believe that it does keep the makeup on longer. So that's what I'm gonna do to start. All right, so for foundation, obviously I'm a little bit tan right now, and my hands are literally a tan mess, don't judge me. But I'm a little bit more tan on my neck and chest. So I'm gonna be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is color 228. And just wanna disclose that I have been using this, and I always go back to this foundation. I have bought $70, $80, $90 foundations, and I always go back to this drugstore foundation. It's amazing, and it's just, it doesn't make me break out. It stays on all day, and it's full coverage. So full disclosure, you should try this if you haven't tried it and you like coverage. So typically I just take like a little tray here, and by the way, I clean this every day. Make sure to clean wherever you're putting your makeup and applying it. I just use about this much right here, and I'm going to be taking my beauty blender and just patting it on here, not like just globbing the makeup onto the beauty blender and then putting it on my face. I'm patting all of it on here first, and then I'm gonna bring it on to my face and blend that out, going inward to outward. You don't want to use like this huge amount of foundation on your face. You really don't need a lot. And if you have a beauty blender that's like truly good and bouncy, you'll be able to spread that foundation all throughout the face. And also that way it looks so much more natural on your skin when you use less. Less truly is more when it comes to foundation. And don't forget to get your jawline and under your chin. Make sure that everything blends out. I'm making sure that it blends out with my tan on my chest and everything, because we all know that when you do a self tanner, your tan does not like to stay on your face when you use a lot of skincare products like retinol and salicylic acid and all those cool things. So I'm just blending this out, and I'm gonna continue blending it out until I feel like it's correct. All right, so now that that's blended out on my face, I'm going to be taking my Tarte Shape Tape in color Fair Light Neutral, number 16N. And with my concealer, Shape Tape is like super thick, so I only do 3 dots on the corners and one in the middle, a little right here. Just kind of doing it anywhere where you feel like you need to brighten up the area. Obviously, concealer is a lot lighter than my foundation. So I'm just blending that out onto the skin, onto my chin. And then for the under eyes, I always use like this portion of my makeup, kind of whatever you want to call this thing, like a squishy sponge. This isn't a beauty blender, it's actually Real Techniques. So yeah, I'm going to blend this out. And do you see how I'm following that line right there? Really following that line, making sure you're going in upward motions. That's really gonna lift your eye and brighten it underneath as well. So I'm just blending that out, and then as well on my nose, my stuffy nose right now. So I'm blending that out here and here. It's always important to have a brush that blends, not a brush, I keep saying brush, a sponge that blends out for you, because it really will change the game when it comes to face makeup. Okay, so now you can see I'm a lot brighter under the eyes. So this is called a powder sponge, and I didn't know about these until recently when I went to Ulta, and Real Techniques makes them. Basically, they are sponges specifically for baking under your eyes. Today, I am going to bake under my eyes just a little bit, because I feel like they look super tired because I've been sick. So I'm going to take my sponge and literally get just a tiny amount of setting powder. This is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Obviously, I just can't talk today. And I'm going to go under the eye and not blend it in, but just pat that powder underneath. Right there. Do not touch it after that. Make sure to leave it on. So for my next step, for my everyday makeup, I always like to just use a bronzer that's in a powder form. I don't really like to go ham with like the liquid bronzers unless I'm going out to dinner or something like that. So I'm gonna be taking this butter bronzer. You could literally get this at Target, CVS. This is color Endless Summer, and this is the butter bronzer. And I'm going to take it with my Morphe M581 brush, and I'm just gonna swipe my cheekbones with my bronzer and the top of my forehead right here, blending it into my scalp just to get that sun-kissed look. And really just blending that out in circular motions onto the face. And that's honestly what I do for my bronzer. Super easy and simple, it takes me 2 seconds, and I just feel like that's the most effective. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm going to remove my baking with a brush like this. You could literally get a brush like this anywhere, but it's just what works best to kind of get off the powder that's not baked into the skin. So I look up, and I'm getting it off here. Right there. And voila, you see how bright it is under my eyes. There's no dark circles. I don't look exhausted. So now for blush, one of my favorite things lately, totally awesome, I love it. I do 2 forms of blush because I just love it so much, and I love the way that it photographs. I've been using this Youthforia. This is their chemical reaction blush oil. So it goes onto your cheeks pink, but it is actually green. And they sent me this and I'm obsessed with it. And I'm gonna use that. And I'm gonna go in, and all I have to do is just take this, put a little swipe on my cheeks and the tip of my nose where you would be getting sun-kissed or sunburnt. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend that out, going upwards and up the cheekbone. This stuff is so amazing, and I've noticed such a difference like in my photos and stuff. It just wakes you up so much, and it's such a pretty pink. and it actually forms to your skin. So everyone kind of gets a different pink. So whatever your skin tone is, it kind of forms to whatever looks best on you. But like, how cute is that? So that's my favorite item right now. And then to add some blush on top of that, I'm using this It's a 10 blush. This is their Be Cheeky blush in Be Lively with a brush like this. And I'm just swiping up the cheekbones to kind of give it a little bit more of a darker tone. And now I'm moving on to highlighter. Again, this is an It's a 10 product, or Be a 10 product. This is their makeup line. This is the Be Saucy highlighter. It's really pretty. And I'm just going to take my fan brush and fan it across. Get a little on my nose. A little here. Just a beautiful highlight. All right, so before I do my eyeshadow, I'm going to prime my eyelids. I get very, very oily eyelids. So this is super important if you do get oily, especially if you have eyelash extensions. By the way, I got my lash extensions back. I caved. And this is super important because my eyelids do crease and they do get oily. So I'm gonna be applying my primer just to set in for a few minutes. And while that sets in, I'm going to start my eyebrows. So I'm just gonna take a brush like this and set my primer in to the eyelids. I swear to you, this makes such a huge difference if you have eyelids that crease towards the end of the day or night. And I started using this primer and fell in love with it. It's probably like the best primer I've ever used because it actually works. All right, next up we have eyebrows. So I'm going to be using this Ulta Beauty brow tint. This is the color 510. I believe it's medium. Hold on. No, it's actually light, so it's a light brown. So I'm going to be taking it, and honestly guys, I've used so many brow products over the years. This is just my way to obtain the brows that I personally like. And I'm gonna be taking it and I'm just gonna go upwards and brush the brow up, and you'll just watch the color come in. This is a really great product for blondes. A lot of you guys, you know, may believe that these expensive brow products are better, but I swear this took, what, 3 seconds? Look at the comparison in the eyebrows. And it's just an easy way for me to get color on my blonde eyebrows, because yes, they're pretty blonde, and look at the shape that it gives you. The brush is just like the perfect shape, and you're just going upward, and that way you get more of a dark brow. So now to fill in those gaps that I have, I'm gonna use this brow pencil by Brow Code. It's in the color Warm Brown, and I'm just going to go up with it, and I'm just filling in those parts that I wasn't able to fill in with the brush. So I'm just gonna go in and fill those in really quickly. And of course, keep brushing your eyebrows up and using this brow wax. So after I'm done with that, I'm obviously going to fix these with concealer, but I'm gonna use, this is from Pharmacy. They sent me this, it's amazing. It's a brow wax, and you dip a spoolie brush into it, just like so, and you use it to push the brows up. That way that they keep their shape most of the day. You really want to keep your brow shape and keep them combed. So you're just pushing up with it. And they may look crazy now, but I'm gonna go in with concealer and fix them. So to clean them up, I'm taking a brush like this. It kind of has like a flat edge. And I'm going to be just dipping it in a lighter concealer than what I would normally put on my face. And I'm gonna underline the brow very carefully. This helps you shape your brow, and it kind of gives you more of a clean look on your brow as well. So that's what I'm gonna do, is just clean it up. And then also clean it up at the top. So as you can see, I created that line on the top of my brow. But this just gives it more of a cleaner look. You see how I'm cleaning that up? And shaping that brow, and like they look so much better now because of that. So now I'm gonna take that brush and blend that concealer into my skin. And making sure to clean up that area where I put the concealer so that it blends naturally. See? So for one of the last steps, I'm going to get into eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using this Laura Geller. This is their Casual Collection eyeshadow palette. I've been using it a lot lately. It just has a lot of pretty neutral colors in it. And I'm going to, now that my eyelids are primed, I'm going to take a brush and use this really pretty color. It's like a nude white. And I'm just gonna put that all over my eyelid. Just all over the eyelid, kind of creating just a base for everything else so that everything else goes on smoother. Then I'm gonna be taking a brush like this to go in with the darker colors. And I'm gonna do this pretty brown color right here and blending it with the darker color. And I'm just gonna go and kind of essentially contour my eyelid. Going in and contouring that area. Just getting in there. Kind of gives you more of a defined look on your eye. And since I already have eyelashes, I don't have to do much for the eyes, but I wanna do a little bit of something so that it has the definition on the eye. So I'm just blending that to the corners and to the center or the front. And do you see how it kind of created just a little bit of a defined look under my eyes? Nothing crazy. So for the end of it, I'm just gonna go in with you could do this with a highlighter or just a metallic color. I'm gonna go in with this metallic color and just put it in the corners to just open up the eye in the front. My dogs are barking. They're always barking. All right, so last step is lips. I'm gonna go in with this Huda Beauty Demi Matte. This is a liquid I don't know what's wrong with me, but every time I talk too fast, I just start stuttering. This is a liquid lipstick from Huda Beauty, color Day Slayer, because we're gonna slay the day today, guys. And I'm just gonna go in with it and outline my lips first. So I'm gonna do that. Literally the perfect nude, guys. I'm gonna rub it in. I love this color. Voila, kind of just balances everything out on the face with this nude lipstick. It's totally great for every day and I love it. And lastly, like I had said before, I'm going to spray my setting spray all over my face. Delish. Just fan the face off and we are good to go. This is my everyday makeup. I'm gonna show you guys really quick in the sunlight what it looks like. So this is what it looks like in the sun. And it's just really easy. Like if I were to do this without explaining it to you guys, it would probably take me about 10 minutes max, but I guess having eyelashes makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. All right, guys, so that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope this helped. I linked all of the products down below for you guys. If you guys have any questions about them, please feel free to check out those links to any of the items. This is not a paid video. I'm doing this for you guys because I got a lot of questions about my makeup routine. I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I love you guys so much. Please hit that subscribe button too, and I will see you guys next time.